You're attracting low value men all the time, and that's not normal because you want a high value man, but you cannot stop yourself from attracting low value men. And somewhere in your head, you're like, why is this happening? What am I doing wrong? Baby, come here. Let me tell you what you're doing wrong. Because this took me so much time to figure out. Somewhere in my life, at some point in my life, entering the adult age, I couldn't figure out why were all of these men who are low value men were coming towards me, but high value men, not one of them. Why? Why was it happening? I figured the things that I was doing wrong. So let me tell you, here's the thing. First, let me start off with saying that we're not to blame. We're living our lives for the first time. We do a lot of mistakes. A lot of things happen, and it's okay. There's always a lot of space and time to learn, and that's what we're doing here. We're learning. So please do not blame yourself. Honey, these kind of mistakes happen by everyone. So be it. Let's just learn from this video, alright? Let's stop attracting low value men because that is something we do not want over here, alright? Alright, okay. Let's get into the video. Number one, you accept the bare minimum from the get-go. From the right in the beginning. From the beginning, you're accepting the bare minimum. That is something you should never do because here's the thing. Men, they put in the maximum effort right in the beginning when they want to get you, when they're chasing you, when they want you to like them. They put in the maximum effort, and the minute they get you, they're gonna put even less effort. And that is such a shit story. I have a whole nother video on how to make him step up his game. It's already uploaded. You can check it out if you want. But stop accepting the bare minimum from the beginning. Honestly, you should never accept the bare minimum even 10 years after marriage. But now we're talking about why you attract low value men, because low value men, they love putting in no effort to minimum effort. Okay, high value men, they put in a lot of effort. Okay, even if they're gonna do something shitty later on, in the beginning they put in a lot of effort just to get you. When a man feels like he doesn't have to put in a lot of effort to get you into bed, get you into a date, get you into a phone call, anything, he's putting in no effort. He's gonna think you're easy, and honestly, he did get that contact easily. Don't give that easiness to him. Sometimes, yes, 3 out of 10 situations happen where things go so easily, they fall in love and all of those things. But you want that queen princess treatment. You want a high value man. You want to be a high value woman. You want to feel valued. You gotta stress that man out. He cannot be doing the bare minimum from the beginning, you know? Like, oh, first date, let's go out for a walk. It's okay. No. If a man ever invites you, if you want a high value man, here's the thing. High value men will never ask you out to go on a date. If it's not a restaurant, a good activity, right? He would never ask you out to go out for a walk. If a man ever asks you to go out for a walk, just be like, you know, I walk alone a lot with my fish, so I can't really go out for a walk. I have enough dates with my fish. I walk a lot with him. I'm tired. I can't do that. Honestly, whenever a man asks me to go for a walk, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry. Because there's no effort. He has not put in any effort to take me to a place, to find out my interests first. He doesn't know what you like and what you don't like to eat. He doesn't know what you like to do or what you don't like to do. If he's choosing a date, like an activity date. But if he's choosing a restaurant, he doesn't know any of those things. But to go for a walk, he's just gonna come under your house, come near your house. You guys are gonna go for a walk at the park. Nothing, no effort, nothing. Why would you want that? Do you really want that? I don't think anybody wants that. So stop accepting the bare minimum. Stop letting men think that they can put in no effort, minimum effort, and get you. Because trust me, things are only gonna get worse after that. Do not ever be like, oh, it's okay, he didn't get me flowers. It's okay, no problem. No, you should make your standards clear. I am someone, I expect flowers on the first date. If I don't get flowers on the first date, because here's the thing, I don't tell the man that I expect flowers from the first date, but I make sure that he knows that he should get me flowers on the first date. I'm a flower girly. So if I don't get flowers on the first date, there is no second date, because after I told the man that I like flowers, and I'm not getting it, then I don't know. It's a sign of respect for me. It's a sign of attention. It's a sign of him showing interest in me. I don't care how expensive flowers are. I should get flowers. You know, I got my first 101 roses from my man, the man I'm currently with, before our first date, before we ever met online, before we ever met physically. He heard that I said I wanted flowers. He heard that I said on TikTok, on one of my live streams, I mentioned it. I said I never got 101 roses. And then the first thing he did was, after I ended the live stream, I got 101 roses. It was delivered to my doorstep. And then after 3 days, we met. All right? That's called putting in effort. He got my attention because if he didn't do that, he wouldn't have gotten my attention in the first place. So that's just that. Number two, you're just a trophy. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with being a trophy, right? You're beautiful, you're talented, you're smart, you're successful. It's okay. But here's the thing. Here's the mistake that we girls do is that we let low value men use us to make themselves feel good about themselves. We allow these men, low value men, to feel good about themselves by using us. You know, sometimes, have you all ever seen really unsuccessful men or men who are not taking care of themselves, low value men? When you look at them, you can tell that he's a low value man, but he has a really beautiful looking wife. That's a trophy wife, right? It's okay to be a trophy wife if he's doing everything right. But most of these men, low value men who do not put in the effort, they will do everything to get you and then treat you like you're garbage, make you feel like you're worth nothing. We don't want that over here, right? Most of these men will use you as a trophy just to show his friends that he got the girl. He will use you to make sure everyone knows that, oh my goodness, look at how much of a man he is because he got you. Have you ever seen a really, I'm sorry, but a not very pleasant looking man, a man whose looks aren't very great, but he has this really beautiful woman? What is the first thing that comes into your mind? He's probably got money, right? Right. You understand how a woman being present in a man's life changed the way people look at that man? Exactly. So men know that. Men understand that. So sometimes you will be used as a trophy, and it's okay being the trophy. But make sure you're not just a trophy for him, for others to look at, but you're the trophy that he actually takes care of. Alright. Number three, sharing more than you need. Okay, here's the thing. Nobody needs to know what happened in your past. You got cheated on? Nobody needs to know. You got dumped? Nobody needs to know. You chased your ex-boyfriend? Nobody needs to know about that. You had a physical fight and you got beat up? Nobody needs to know about that. Only low value men will be okay with something like that. Trust me, high value men do not like listening to those kind of things. Have you ever seen a high value woman okay with, I don't know, if they find out that their man has been in every girl's DMs? No. High value women do not like a man who has been with every girl. A high value woman would never accept a man who has been with a lot of girls. A high value woman would never accept a man who has been rejected by many women. No, we are very selective with our men. We like our unlustful men. We like our men who are hard to get. You know, we don't like our men who are like freaking ants for a freaking candy. So that's the same thing with men. High value men would never accept a woman like that. And sometimes you just don't have to tell them. You can't change your past, but what you can do is not tell them. But when you tell a low value man and he accepts it and laughs at it and he's like, oh, things like that happen, that's because he has different intentions. He understands that you can be used. He understands that you're not a queen, you're a peasant. He's gonna treat you like a peasant. Even though you're not at fault in that situation, like let's say 4 relationships you kept getting cheated on, and you tell him, I don't know why, but every man keeps cheating on me, they keep ignoring me, they treat me like I'm worthless. He's gonna think, hold on, every other man is treating her like that. You're just gonna give him a reason to treat you the same, because he's gonna be like, what's so special about her? Men keep treating her like that. You're letting him think that it's okay to treat you that way, even though in our logical minds, we understand that we're not at fault if a man treats us like that. We cannot help it. We cannot do anything about it. If a man cheats, he cheats. We can't stop it. But you don't have to say that. You don't have to overshare all of those things. But when a man understands that you're hard to get, when he knows that men are trying to pursue you, but you're not giving them your attention, you're not paying attention to these men, then your attention becomes more valuable to that man. But a low value man, only a low value man will accept all of this bullshit, all of your past. Not too long ago, I had this story. My friend, something happened with her. It was a very embarrassing story, and honestly, even as a girl, I was like, girl, I don't think this is a story you want to tell anybody if you want them to respect you. You know, as a friend, I could listen to it, but I don't think you should tell anybody. And the minute she's a very different kind of person, and she was talking to this guy, and he was a really good guy. He was a high value man, and on the first date, she spilled out all of these secrets about her. She started telling all of these things, and guess what? That man went from treating her really well to not giving a shit about her at all. They went on a second date, they went on a third date, and the dates just kept getting worse. Their first date was at a really good restaurant. It was a Michelin star restaurant. And then the second date, a usual cafe. It wasn't even a restaurant, it was just a usual cafe. And third date, it wasn't even a date. I wouldn't count it as a date. It was just like, oh, you want to get McDonald's, you're hungry? Her like, okay, let's go. And then he called it a date. It's not a date. Number 4, saying money doesn't matter. Most of these women, even if you're someone who's not materialistic, don't ever say it. I myself, I'm not a materialistic girl, you know? I'm not into this Cartier and all these things. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's okay. I'm not looking for it, you know? I'm not asking them as gifts. I don't give a shit about all of those things. But if I get it, it's okay. I'm happy with it, right? With my girlies, I could be like, oh, I like this Birkin. I would like it. But I'm not like consistently working on it. I'm not obsessing over it, but I would never tell that to a man. When my man asked me if I like Birkin, I was like, obviously, what woman doesn't like a Birkin? How can a woman not like a Birkin? But I've never, not once did getting a Birkin was in my head. I never thought about getting a Birkin. I would never spend so much money on a bag, right? Even though it's a really good investment, I would never spend so much money on a bag. But if he wants to buy it for me, please, thank you. I didn't tell him, oh, why? It's just a waste of money. Why would you spend hundreds and thousands of dollars just on a bag? For what? Like, why would I want that? I didn't say that. I said, sure, why not? I like it. Are you planning on getting it for me? You know, I'm being that cat. I'm not telling him I don't like it. I would never tell him not to waste money on me. The biggest mistake women do is tell a man, oh, don't waste money on me. It's too expensive. No. If he wants to do it, he's gonna do it. Because here's what I believe. The more a man invests in you, men are all about money. Just like men look at us for our looks, we look at their success, right? Even though we women are very, we're so soft, you know? I used to be like that. We're always thinking, we're always so careful with them. We are always taking care of them. You're not in your feminine energy if you're gonna do that, honey. If you want a high value man, make him spend money on you because he's investing in you. He's investing in your mood. He's investing in your good behavior. He's investing in your attention. Okay? So never say, oh, money doesn't matter to me. I'm ready to live in a train station with you. I'm ready to wait for you until you get out of jail. Even if you're ready to do all of those things, don't say it to him. High value men like high value women. High value women do not accept those kind of things. Okay? Okay. Only a low value man will get excited by the thought of you being a beggar with him. You don't want a beggar. You don't want to be a beggar. So stop saying bullshit like that. Money doesn't matter. Stop wasting money on me. Oh my goodness, we ate at a really expensive restaurant yesterday. We don't have to do it again this weekend. It's fine. Let's save money. No, it's not your problem to worry about his money. He's a grown-ass man. He can worry about his own money. If he's spending money on you, let him. Let him do it. And that's it. And the last one is mom vibes. Here's the thing. High value men, they're in their masculine energy. They do not get attracted to women who are mothering them. You have a child, you have pets, you got the zoo, you got cats, you got puppies. You want to mother someone, you pick someone. Alright? But you don't choose a man to mother. You don't have to wake him up at 6 in the morning and be like, hey, you have to wake up to go to school. The bus is coming soon. No, it's not your job to do that. Do not mother him. It's not your job to wake him up. It's not your job to do his laundry until you got a ring on your finger. It's not your job to do that. Only low value men will accept that kind of behavior from a woman. Because all the high value men I've had, they hated it. They hated it when women mothered them. They didn't like it. They wanted a partner. But all the low value men that I've talked to, spoken to, had a connection with, had talking stage with, have met, have gone on dates with, they loved women who mothered them. They wanted a woman who would cook for them, who would clean for them, who would wake them up at 6 in the morning with a little kiss and tell them they're getting late for work. High value men do not like those kind of things. Only low value men like that. So when you start doing all of those things, you attract low value men because a high value man would never let you do any of those things. So change all of these things and see how good your life is going to be. Listen, here's the thing. Let me share my personal story with you guys. When I entered my 20s, it was kind of difficult navigating all of these relationship dynamics for me, right? I was always looking for a man who would do a lot of things for me. I always wanted a man who would take care of me, so I would be in my feminine energy. But I didn't really understand the concept of feminine energy and masculine energy. And I didn't understand my responsibilities as a woman and a man's responsibilities. So I was like, you know what? I'm into the teenage love, you know, let's go with the flow. I don't mind paying 50-50. Let's do this, let's do that. That was my biggest mistake because that's exactly how I attracted low value men. But the minute I stopped doing it, the minute I started behaving like a high value woman and started actually having boundaries and principles like a high value woman, my life changed. My life changed so much that right now when a low value man comes next to me or stands near me, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't even look at him because I don't deserve this. I changed myself for the lifestyle that I want, so I gotta have a partner who can support the lifestyle that I want, and that's it. And I hope this video helped you guys, and that's it for this video. I love you guys. Bye bye.